Welcome back. I'm Shad. We got ourselves another video. We got ourselves a video of Anton and Tukay going at it with Jazz and Jess, the Hardy Boys.
And we shall delete.
Conversation first started off with, are women ruining good men? You know, they was going at it, talking and talking, walking they talk the walk. And then somehow they got to a point where Anton and 2K was telling them that men don't need therapy. Men do not need therapy. What they need to do is do better. That's what they need to do. Get money, do better. Make money, do better. Do women need therapy? No, they don't need therapy. What you need to do is listen. And follow the structure. When you got off the structure, you started to go away from what men have built. You became crazy and depressed. So fix it. That's what the conversation is. Jess and Jazz and all the other women was like, what are you talking about? You misogynistic pig. They didn't say that. But if they did say that, I would laugh so hard.
Hit the cash app and I might.
We got a cash app, Coca, $5. Big screen. Yeah, Coca, you seen it when I messaged you, like, I need that money. $5, I need that money. Lontario, $10. Your reactions are the best. Thank you, Lontario. I work real hard on trying to professionalize or show professionalism in my reactions. I hope I said that right. Andre, $5. Thanks for being real and entertaining. You're welcome, Andre. I try real hard. That's why I went and got this microphone. Got those 2 pictures. I really want to add more stuff in here. I just can't think of it. Dorian, $5. It ain't good if you aren't triggered. Sometimes I don't know how you do it. Time, patience, and execution. That's how I do it. Especially the execution part. Kenyatta X, $25. Thanks. He said thanks. I didn't say thanks, but I am saying thanks for that $25. You are a great man. I don't care what anybody say. Even if my mama say it, you're a great man. She can't tell me nothing. Okay, nothing. She watched my videos, so she probably gonna try to say something to me. But hold up, just hitting this video, need you to hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. In the comment section, give me a thumbs up or a heart. Just let me know that is real. But let's waste no more time. Let's roll the clip.
Oh, you ain't know what that was? Oh, that doo-doo, baby.
A lot of y'all couldn't solve for X and high school.
I just feel like men and women are different in general. Women are more emotional, so they don't need therapy.
Y'all some beautiful.
I don't know about that either. Because
look at how many men are way more emotional than women.
I was just about to say, look how many
men are way more emotional.
That is true.
Look how many men are in prison because they couldn't handle their emotions.
Because they had single mothers.
It's not that many men in prison. Based off the population of 125 million men, 0.9% of adult men are incarcerated in state and federal prisons. And that was at the end of 2023. 0.9. You two are already about to try to build an argument off of something you don't even know about.
That's why they couldn't handle the emotion, because
Okay, sure.
From not being around.
That's why.
Let's say the single.
Men are emotional too, but it teaches them. Men are emotional too, but it teaches them character.
Y'all some beautiful ass idiots.
Listen, everybody is emotional. Everybody has emotions. The thing that endurance, the thing that going through stuff teaches men is that you can't let your emotions dictate what you're going to do as far as your actions. You have to think logically. So it's not about not having emotions. It's not about not being emotional. It's about whether or not you can control it and whether or not that's going to impact the decisions that you make on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. So even women saying that is crazy. Yeah, of course we got emotions.
But we know,
why are prisons filled with men?
But we do
why
know.
What?
Prisons filled with men then.
It's not filled with that many men though. You're just saying women, prisons don't have that many women in there compared to men because men are the violent ones. Women aren't violent. Women are more manipulative. Men are violent. So they go to prisons. And it's only a very small percentage. Jess, you don't know these stats. She don't know these stats and she's just going to keep saying it. That right there is a person who just opened their mouth. I'm not going to attack you. You have not made me that upset, but I'm getting there.
They already told you because they were raised by their mothers not to be able to control their emotions.
Women ruining good men.
Women have the luxury of being able to lean. You have the luxury.
A lot of men in prison who have both parents.
It's not on.
You have the luxury of
Jazz, you should really look up the stuff you're saying because I think you're the same one who said Kyle Rittenhouse unloaded a pew-pew stick at black people when everybody was white.
name a white person that a black person that is not or have not been held accountable in the last 5 years.
George Zimmerman.
George Zimmerman wasn't even white.
Just say one thing. I just want to answer your question. Who killed who or whatnot. Kyle Rittenhouse was 17 years old, white boy that murdered two or three black kids in Michigan during a protest. He was acquitted on all charges. A lot of school shooters that grew up in the burbs.
I understand that no matter what happens, no matter what you do, I still got to go out and grind tomorrow. I still have to make sure that I'm the rock. When we understood traditional roles and when y'all stopped comparing yourselves to men, y'all actually thrived and won. But the minute that y'all start telling men what to do based off of something that y'all never achieved is when y'all started f***ing up and when y'all started to feel like y'all needed therapy. You don't need therapy. You need structure. You need to stay busy. You need purpose. You need to be up under your man. You need to be adding value. You need to be nurturing your children. That's why you find that the true dopamine hit for women, and I hate to have to explain this to y'all because y'all should understand this. The true dopamine hit for women is the satisfaction of serving other people. It's the reason why y'all are nurturers. It's the reason why you feel great when you see your kid score a goal. It's the reason why y'all are soccer moms. It's the reason why when you see your husband happy, he goes out and performs because y'all are a helpmeet. The minute that y'all started doing for yourself and thinking that you understood it was the minute that you started failing. And the more that you see a culture, the more that you see a group of people start to do it for themselves, that's why, look, the correlation is so there. Women say we're the most educated, we're the most this, we're the most that, but they're the least married, the most broken, the most in debt, and the most disappointed, and they're the ones that's having the most conversations about decentering men. It's dumb. It's the dumbest thing ever.
So what do you?
I've seen women go to school, struggle. The minute that a man came into her life, think about it. Women can go get educated. They can have their whole careers, and then they can get married and say, I don't want to do that anymore. I want to be a stay-at-home wife. You know why she's willing to give that up? Because she's fallen into the nature of what God made her. She's giving it up, not because she feels like she needs money. Women don't value money. Women value security. If a man provides that security through money, they're willing to give up going to get it themselves because their true nature is to nurture.
Yeah.
So you talking about
What do you suggest? What do you suggest?
you need therapy is because you out of your purpose. The minute that you're in your purpose and you forget about the cares of the world because that's not something that was made for your hips, is the minute that you start really understanding life. You don't grasp life until you truly fall into your purpose. All of this that y'all doing, working, grinding. I want to get this career that a man made up based off of a need that somebody created in a job that can be gone tomorrow based off of some new technology like AI or some shit. You put your value in a degree that a man made and printed out on a piece of paper that you can't even trade in for 2 pennies. And you think that fulfills you when it doesn't. It just gives you more of a desire to really be a mother, and you deny it. And so that's the reason that we have such a broken community. Is broken women. Women are absolutely out of their minds right now. They don't even
because they're choosing.
So what do you suggest?
So much of their time.
I think what's
I'm triggered. You fucking sexist, misogynistic.
really
They've invested so much of their time.
All right, Anton, you understand? You got to understand something right now. You just triggered them. Jazz is triggered. Jess over there is triggered. That's really about it. I think Stephanie might be triggered, but she's holding a really good poker face.
Into these institutions,
Anton.
into their degrees, into all of these things. And guess what? It was all for nothing.
Wait a
It was
minute.
all
Okay,
for nothing.
I don't
Hold
think
on, Jazz. Hold
Only
on.
purpose,
Let me
your
ask this one
purpose
question.
is
One
us.
question,
We're
please.
the only people that can fulfill you because it's the God in us
If he
that
ever
gave
lets
you
me.
your purpose. It's the reason why you came out of our rib. If you don't get up under me, you'll never be fulfilled.
that sounds
That's
real
it.
scary.
That was scary? You getting underneath the guy that you're with? That was scary, Jazz? Jazz, are you in a relationship? See, pro-black feminist. It's so hard to do. They're making pro-black just feminists or guys who like feminists. It's scary to be underneath your man, the guy that you chose to lead you.
I agree with everything. I agree.
You just
I
you got
agree
a
with
problem,
you
you
don't
got
get
a
it
problem
under
with
me.
it.
If
If
you
you
don't
got
get
a
under
problem
me,
with
you're
it,
nothing.
go talk to God.
If you
Go
don't get
talk
under
to God,
me,
'cause that's
you'll
the way
never
you
be
feel.
anything.
A woman's
Under
I
power
agree
is
with that.
in
Why?
I'm a
a woman's
man.
power is in her femininity, though. That's where she
They
shines.
they could deny it all they want, but
A
that's the
woman's
way
power is
God
in her
made you.
femininity.
That's the
Wait,
way that God
Tommy.
made you.
No,
Wait a
Tommy,
minute.
you're
Hold
right
on.
about
But
that.
I think a high value woman is a
Come
woman
on.
that's able to retain a man, not a woman who's went to college and got a degree. A high value
That's a
woman is a woman that's able to retain a man and get him to marry her and have
What?
a fulfilling life with this man.
No.
There's women that go and get degrees. There's women that go and get doctorates.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Do you know that university?
it's not your degree. It's the fact that
Well, here's the thing.
You have
Like, why
purpose
are we?
degrees that wasn't even relevant.
Oh my
There's
God.
women that's going to get doctorates in business. You can't even use that shit. But they continue in a search for something that's not there.
Okay.
That's honest.
So,
This is the
women,
honest to God truth.
so women should not have any personal pursuits or goals that they want to pursue. Women should not get educated because we should only be living for a man to choose us one day. So until that happens, what do? We don't go to school. We don't pursue degrees. Oh, we don't. We're not self-sufficient. What do? We have to.
it's
While
not
we're
that you
single.
shouldn't, but that doesn't make you high
Here's the thing.
value.
What do you think, Stephanie?
Jazz, this is what you're supposed to do is this. The things you're doing, they're not supposed to be at the top of your list. Getting a husband is supposed to be at the top of your list. That's what you're supposed to be doing. How you like to go out and do stuff. I don't know if you do, Jazz, but I know people do. You know, you like to go out and have fun, like go to the club, hang out with your friends. You know what priorities is, right? It starts with a P. Priority wise is that you want to go to the club. You want to hang out with your friends, but going to work is above those other things. That's priorities, right? Now let's do it again. You want to hang out with your friends, right? You want to, go to the club, right? Job, right? Is a priority, right? Job, yeah. Getting a husband supposed to be above that one. Getting a husband is supposed to be your top priority. Now, I don't know if your father made a mistake because he was supposed to let you know that, hey, yo, you need to find somebody that's going to do what I do for my wife, aka your mama, for you. That should be a priority for you, my dear. Remember, husband's supposed to be up here. You can have a job down here. Career, you can have it down here. Husband, career. It's not very hard if you really want me to sit there and do it. If you give me a chalkboard, or just a whiteboard with markers, priorities, you can understand it. It's very simple. If you don't understand it, there's no point of you being in this class. You should go to the wall. Put your face in the corner. Don't speak to nobody.
We as human beings, as women, we're still human beings, right? So we still have our own personal goals and aspirations.
Be
Now,
feminine.
should we as women also embrace our femininity? Sure, but I don't think that we should be downplaying women wanting to pursue personal accomplishments up until she finds a man that she can do life with. Like, what are we saying? Like, we just walk around.
Nobody gives a fuck about your personal.
But what are you saying
True.
then, Anton? Are you saying that women should just sit around and be stagnant until a man come find you? Because we do know that most men aren't ready to even make that step.
Think about it, Jazz. Listen.
What are we supposed to do? Are we not supposed to
think about it
go
for a second. Think about it. This is so basic. If you get a personal accomplishment versus if I got a personal accomplishment, mine is going to mean more than yours.
That's subjective. Because but here's the thing, my personal accomplishment is about me. It's not about you.
Thank you.
So because I go and pursue something, that's a bigger accomplishment for me. I could care less if you think that your accomplishment.
The value of your accomplishment is based on how it. The value of your accomplishment is based off of how it contributes into society. My accomplishment as a man is way more value than your accomplishment as a woman.
That is not true. And that's
No, the world don't give a fuck about
It's not
women's
true to
accomplishment.
you.
I'm telling you,
women out here that
I don't know why Jazz keep doing this. Jazz, how many times have you had this conversation? You already know. You know that a guy, men don't care. They don't care about what you do. It's the wildest thing in the world. You just keep doing it. Jazz, every lady, I don't want to say every, I'll take that back. Majority of women, most of them want a husband, and their husband do not care about their career. You don't see how that goes to the next step? Your husband don't care about your career. Now, if the guy wants a wife, guess what she cares about? What his career is. How he's gonna provide actually matters. How you provide, no one expecting you to give them a thing. If a man expects you to do these things for him, he's making a mistake. All he needs to know is that you're willing to listen. That's a man's only mission. A man's goal should be to make sure the lady that he's with listens. That's it. If he tells you to get a job and you go do it, you listen. But guess what? He's not expecting you to bring in 6 figures. If he expecting you to bring that in, you got like a corporate. That's what you did.
Jazz, listen.
What are you talking
Jazz, when a woman
There's so
accomplishes
many,
something,
there's so many women that
Jazz.
have invented things that you use every day.
no, it's not a lie. When a woman
it
accomplishes
actually
something,
is. It
when a
actually
woman
is.
accomplishes something,
Name them. Because usually, for some reason, women say them, they don't know the names of these people. Did a lady invent the first kite? Name them. Let me guess. A sweater? Fried chicken? Like, name it. I want to know what. Tell me some of it.
Quite a few basic things.
she accomplishes it for herself. When a man
She didn't say
accomplishes
it.
something, at the very least, he has accomplished it for his family, if not the world.
Okay, that's fine.
All your accomplishments are
You
for
listen.
you.
I went and
But
visited.
usually
I
when
went and
we
visited
do
the
things as
Basketball Hall
women-
of Fame. I went and visited the Basketball Hall of Fame, right? Like 2 weeks ago, over in Springfield, Massachusetts. The women were an afterthought. They included them as like a diversity, equity, and inclusion thing. Everybody that walked through there, nobody gave a f- about any woman that was in the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Okay, we're talking about basketball though.
I'm using it as a talking point to illustrate a bigger point of what
I don't
happens
know
in
if that's
the
a good
world
one
with
because we already
everything.
know people don't really.
Nobody cares about what women do unless it's attached to a man.
That's not true at all.
It's so
Jazz, name me 4 female CEOs. I would just start asking her to name me these important people and not singers. Because I know Rihanna, Beyonce, I know you can name singers and stuff like that. I would ask you to start naming me anything, just something. Instead of women that be on Basketball Wives, all those other shows. Don't name me any entertainers. Name me the Bennett women. Business. Name me those. It's going to be hard. You'll probably get to 2, maybe 1. That's it.
so true. It's so
No, it's
true.
not. It's not, babe.
What did you do today, Jazz? Nobody
Minding
cared.
minding my business.
And nobody cared because it wasn't
I'm
attached
minding
to a
my
man.
business.
That's
But
funny.
Nobody cared, Jazz.
But my thing is this.
That was
Somebody
funny.
said Cheryl Miller. We don't give a f- about Cheryl Miller. We care about Reggie Miller.
Facts.
Why?
The only reason we give a f- about Cheryl
you
Miller
that
is because
upset
that's
with
Reggie
men?
Miller's sister.
Are you that obsessed with men that you can't acknowledge the accomplishments that women have actually contributed and continue to contribute to this society?
give a
Are you
fuck.
that pseudo masculine that you think that it'll somehow take away from your masculinity to acknowledge the fact that women actually contribute just as much, if not more, to the society that you live in today? You can't sit here and say that you like we don't care about these women, we don't care about these women when we're literally carrying, helping you, assisting with you, carrying society. You cannot acknowledge that.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
And I
We
think
care about the
and I
women
think
that
that's
help
a-
us.
No, we
I
care
think
about
that's an
women.
ego thing. And I think that's an
They
ego
still would have got it
thing.
done without her.
That's not true.
I think it's an ego
That's
thing
true.
with men.
No, it ain't.
Some men of today that they can't get past. They feel like if I acknowledge a woman, then that means I'm a simp or I'm a
It's
or I'm a
not. You know,
pamperer.
Women
what
who
it
think
is,
that
honestly?
men are intimidated.
She is just saying a whole lot of words. You just sound more and more like a feminist. Boy, I don't know how feminists just jumped straight into pro-blackness, but they did. Was it Angela Davis? Wasn't she a feminist too? I think they call themselves womanists and stuff like that, right? I don't know how they got there. It's disgusting.
Women dated by them are delusional.
Hold on. You know what it
You said
is,
what?
honestly, Jazz? I think you got it. You got it misunderstood. Like you really confused.
I don't think so, babe.
Well,
I'm
let me
listening
explain it to you. Let me
I'm
tell
listening
you.
to you.
It's
dog
not.
women
It's
and
not that it's
everything
like a. We don't give a. That's the thing.
Well, guess what?
We
The thing
genuinely
is,
don't give a
what-
fuck. You know why? Because we're always. God bless us. It just is what it is. It's unfair.
and God also blesses us. And as Black people, we're blessed together. We're better and greater together. You know,
No.
Black
How we know that it
no,
takes
no.
two, though? How
Let
we
me
know that
tell
it
you what I
takes
told
two?
my chick.
It's a
Let me
badge
tell
of
you what I
honor
told
you
my
have
chick.
being a married husband.
Let me tell you
Being
what
a
I told my
husband
chick.
versus a man
Let
that's
me tell you what I
married,
told my chick.
that's
I
how
tell
you
her,
know.
and
You
I've
hold
said
it
this
in high
before.
regard.
I said, I love you. I appreciate you. You such a good mother. I was gonna be great with or without you. It's so good that you. It's so good. It's so good that you here as a co-pilot. But I was gonna be great. I was destined to be great. You the one I chose though.
It's like
You
when
blessed. You
Kanye West
blessed.
said, "What would I do
You're
if I
blessed.
didn't win the war?"
No.
I guess
I'm
we'll
sorry.
never
I'm sorry.
know.
You're
sorry.
blessed to be here. You're blessed.
and so are you.
It could have been anybody in the world, but it
And
just
so are you.
God chose you.
And so are you. And I feel like a lot of successful men will tell you that they didn't reach their peak success until they found a good woman to
I
hold
beg
them
to
down in a
differ.
relationship.
That would be wild. And they only saying that so their wife would be happy. That's why. Jazz, I thought you already know that a lot of men will just say, without my wife, I wouldn't have got here. He knows he would have. What did she do? She made him like breakfast. Unless you can tell me exactly what that lady did, you, Jazz, like people tell me what she did. Or you really want me to be honest with you? She was a secretary, which is a helpmate. Something you can already do, but she makes it easier. Now, Jazz, your argument should be he got there faster because of his helpmate or because of his secretary, which is his wife. That right there is a thing. But still, was he going to get there? Most likely. I think they were the great guys, tunnel vision, like they blinders. They don't see nothing anymore. All they see is the goal. Like that guy was probably going to get there anyways. If you ask her, he probably was like not that good of a husband until he got to the thing he wanted. He probably still ain't get there yet. Let that sizzle in your spirit.
You can shake your head because that's not your
Not
ideology.
true.
You don't
Not
think women
true.
contribute anything to a man's success, and that's fine. But that's not a fact.
Hey, it's a reason why
It is.
superheroes
For some
don't
men,
have
it is.
girlfriends.
Anton. The fuck?
It's the reason why
You
superheroes
are so
don't have
crazy.
girlfriends, Jazz. Peter Parker couldn't keep. Superman couldn't keep one,
Who's
and
Peter
Batman
Parker?
couldn't keep one.
Superman?
It's only one me.
Being a power, you struggle.
About
Only
Superman?
one me, fam. It's only one.
He's talking about Marvel.
I'm letting y'all know that
We talking
having a
about
woman
fantasy.
is more of an anchor than y'all think it is.
Y'all genuinely need to be listen. Y'all need to be appreciative of the men that's around y'all and in y'all life.
I know I am.
Because it's only
Are you?
one us, and at any point we can replace y'all and we will be just fine.
Bang. Never get.
And that's honest to God truth.
Everybody.
Everybody's
Everybody's
at any
replaceable.
point.
Exactly.
No. Some of us are not replaceable. Some of us leave a mark on the world that just is the void that cannot be filled.
They know that the tools they use every day to quote unquote help us was all made by a man. It's funny how y'all wake up every morning and forget that men made the world this way so y'all could do.
We appreciate men. Let's
Okay.
We appreciate men for the role that they play, but appreciate a woman for the role that she plays. And how I know Anton
The role that you play, the role that you're talking about, ma'am, that's the role they're trying to push you towards. But when Jazz started talking about careers and everything like that, that's not the role that men appreciate women for. You know what men appreciate women for? Raising kids. You know what men appreciate women for? Nurturing, feeding their husband, their bodies, the nasty things, the things that men appreciate women for. Jazz don't want that appreciation. She want the one that guys don't care about. So we about to have a different conversation right now.
We have literally made the world so easy. No, this ain't semantics. We have literally made the world so easy that y'all can push a button. and go to work. When our great grandfather was getting it out the mud, it was all physical hard labor. There wasn't a woman complaining about coming out the cave or the kitchen then.
Yeah, go watch that movie. There will be blood.
Please, Daniel.
Drainage. Go watch that. The oil people. Oh, if you were the guy in that tunnel and that thing broke, kiss it goodbye.
But 2K, when men went to war, who took it over? Women did.
Talking about.
When men went to war, women took over that work. And then if you want another example of women and their impact, what's that Tyler Perry movie, 6, 7, 8, 748, whatever it is, where the women...
Don't nobody care about Tyler Perry and his agenda pushing. When you talk, just go back to Pop the Balloon. Go back.
Came up with a system that men couldn't even fix. The men couldn't even fix. The women came up with it and solved the issue and got all the male out.
Listen, the whole world, every man in America.
Best example.
Anton.
Y'all came in.
Do you have a home security system? Do the men on the panel? Do the men on the panel?
Sorry, you say what?
Do you own a home security system?
I got a
Because that was invented by.
I got a concierge. I don't have a
Okay.
home security.
She had to go look it up. She had to go look it up real fast. A home security system. All right, cool.
Okay, whatever the case may be, that whole
I honestly got
system
you. I got a concierge.
of home security. No, that's fine.
Home
I just want to
security.
let you know that Marie Van Brown was the one who invented it. That was a woman, right? So
A home security system, that the system they made is supposed to go call a group of men and show up and protect somebody. The system is made to go get men to do something. That's what the system is. That's wild. That's what your system is? It's like if they said a lady invented the whistle. You invented the whistle so men can know where you are and come protect you. That's what that sound like, what you just said.
to help you.
Who did it the electricity to make it work?
She did that. Laser cataract treatment. Also,
But 2K burp to him.
A woman developed the laser
Why
photoprobe, which revolutionized laser eye surgery. That was done by a woman. Another one,
And then at the end of the day,
and at the end of the day,
go in the
women make an impact in society.
Take that nightgown off.
Do that, Mr. Todd.
At the end of the day, go in the room, take that nightgown off.
See, it always comes back to too. It always goes.
Y'all ain't know some glorified vending machines, man. I'm gonna put this cord in you. You had this baby and just wait for it to pop out.
Y'all sound like
y'all just some vending machines, man. Just be quiet.
Crazy. Why?
No, listen. No. And listen, I love women. I say it all the time.
GPS technology. That's another one.
The majority of people
Portable
that are around
tablets.
me
That's another
are
one.
women, but they just understand. The reason that they thrive is because they understand the hierarchy.
Damn, just push out the baby.
The Bible says the man who finds a good wife finds a good thing. So that means that a woman is a wife before she even meets a man. And that's why I said the best thing you could do before you meet a man is just to be feminine, be in your feminine energy.
You know what's so funny?
Exactly.
All of these guys
right.
that pander to y'all and simp to y'all don't even want them niggas. Y'all hate them.
Why is uplifting and like being positive towards Black women or women in general considered a pander?
You said, why is it considered a pander? A person uplifting you just like for nothing. If you didn't do nothing and then I just randomly give you a compliment, why did I give you a compliment? That's pandering. If I was just sitting on my couch, somebody walked in and said, Shaquille, you're doing such a great job. You work so hard. Why are they telling me this right now? We do pandering, yet it's pandering. What is the information for, my dear? They're telling you you're good at something. That's amazing. Big screen. Okay, so Just Jazz, you know, the Hardy Boys, they always come back. They always make a show because I wonder if they believe what they're saying. But I thought this video was good. I'm in this room and it's hot. I really need to turn the AC on. I really do, because it's hot in here. I can't believe that Just and Jazz was running around saying there's a bunch of emotional men in prison. Say, no, there's not. It's not a lie at all. The fact that you said that kind of made me upset. And I feel bad for Tommy, because ain't nobody want to listen to Tommy. But when he said, you know, in the Bible, if you find a wife, you find a good thing. Tommy, you didn't need to say that. You should have added in some stats. Threw some stats in there and then looked at them all like this. I'm Tommy. And oh yeah, hey Island Girl Q, you came back. Missed you on the other episode. I can't think of nothing else. That was really about it. Still a good video though.